I love great conversations. Hi, my name is Angel Jones. Thank you for joining me on 12-minute convos where I help you create a brand of your own unique, real self. Listen in as I have conversations with amazing people from all over the world. Good night, William Bissett. How are you going on this wonderful, beautiful night?
I'm doing fantastic. Thank you very much.
Hey, well, it's a great pleasure to connect with you, William. Please do tell us, what part of the world are you in right now?
I live in Charlotte, North Carolina at the current moment.
All right. And which of your talents is responsible for us connecting at this time?
It's funny, I have no idea how we connected, but I'll take a stab at the dark on this one. I think it is my persistence not to sit around, right? I think we all get knocked around quite a fair amount in this great big world that we live in. And some of us get knocked around a little bit and we'll stay seated, and other folks will get knocked around a little bit and find out a way to get up and continue to move. And one thing I've always done, some of it's self-inflicted, getting knocked down, and some of it's getting knocked down by the big bad world. But I feel like the times that I've gotten knocked down, I found a way to get up and move on in life.
Well, one of the things that did connect us is a similar platform that I'm speaking to you on now, which is Charlotte Angel Connection.
So no, the podcast was a result of the podcast was a result of a failed startup opportunity where I got knocked down and found a way to get back up and continue to reinvent and learn and push the envelope forward, and eventually make an effort to make sure that other founders like myself in Charlotte did not run into the same problems that I ran into. And I would do that by interviewing angel investors and entrepreneurs that had either been successful or who had faced similar challenges, so that my listeners could learn from our mistakes and successes. So again, I got knocked down with the failure and found a way to get back up and fight another day.
Who in your circle was a soldier, just like you are now, or probably even still is a soldier like you are now?
It's, I don't know. You learn from your younger brother 9 times out of 10. You learn from your older brother, right? Most of what I've done in this world is as a result of trying to mimic or live up to his what I saw him as. So he's my teacher, if you will.
Say his name.
Bo Bissett.
There we go. Ooh, strong name, right?
Yeah, absolutely.
Strong name. Hey, Bo. Well done, Bo. Definitely set this guy on a track. Tell us, given that fact of you definitely being that support, or even that bow, if you would, for the arrows that do wish to be set out in the business world, why will you continue to repeat this skill?
Why not? God, it stinks to sit on your bum after you've been hit, right? So you've got to, what fun is it to sit down and watch the world pass you by, right? You've got to figure out a way to get up and join the world and go find a new adventure. Life's supposed to be about adventures, and if you're sitting around pouting because you just got knocked down on your bum, then that's not any fun. So I've convinced myself that I want to have fun and I want to experience adventures and I want to be part of it. And so I'm going to keep doing it.
Love it. Well, tell us one other thing that you've done consistently, William, over the last 3 years.
So I have a good friend of mine that got me into CrossFit. And I have been very extraordinary diligent in getting to the gym, setting goals inside the gym as a person that played soccer all the way through high school, but never really saw the inside of a gym until I was 37. The last 3 years have been a transformation for me, and that has been what I've done unquestionably about as consistent as someone can do.
Just recently, there was a Spartan race in North Carolina, right? Were you there?
There was. Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, sweet. Yeah, again, my friend Josh was there. Yeah, amazing. Small world, isn't it?
It is, isn't it?
It is, my friend. It is. So, how does it make you feel? Now that you're doing the weights thing, right? Now that you're doing the CrossFit thing,
Yeah.
how does that make you feel?
Oh, I mean, come on. It's a great stress relief, right? It's just you walk in, the weight of the world is on you. You walk out, the weight of the world is off of you. So you feel better. You know you're healthier. It gives you more energy. It's unquestionably, aside from getting married, having kids, and some other smart things that I've done in my life, one of the best decisions I've ever made.
Love it. Suggest to someone that's listening why they should do what you've done by getting your fitness level up, please.
Oh yeah, no, I mean again, it's energy, right? It's energy. It's self-confidence, and so much of this world is driven by your own self-confidence, and finding that exercise routine. And I preach the fact that it doesn't have to be CrossFit, it doesn't have to be yoga, it just has to be something that gets you, it speaks to you, right? So find that thing that speaks to you so you can get that confidence. Yeah, you can feel healthier, you are healthier, and it takes the weight of the world's off your shoulder for that hour or so, or 30 minutes, or however long you're actually running around doing it. So that's my reason why.
Love it. Amazing audience. You're hearing it live here from William Bissett. Again, he is the podcast host of Charlotte Angel Connection. Do check that out. Amazing conversations going on right there. Is there anywhere else you'd like someone to connect with you, William?
I don't think so. That's probably the best way.
Super. Well, William, let's switch gears for a moment now and let me invite you into my time machine that is surrounded with beautiful, warm, blue Caribbean water. William,
I like it.
What is your earliest childhood memory?
The earliest childhood memory is a sad memory. My family, when I was 4-ish years old, packed up our house in Kinston, North Carolina, and moved 30 minutes to the east to a little town called New Bern, North Carolina. And the first thing that I remember is looking out our window while we were in Kinston and watching the realtor drive the for sale sign into our front yard.
Wow. Why do you think this memory is so clear?
It's that, it's right around that time period where you start to remember things as a child. And it was so transformational at that point in time that, you leave behind your world, your entire life as a 4-year-old, as fragile as that actually it seems to be at that point in time. I think that's the reason. It was just the perfect stake in the ground, if you will.
I love it. I love how you connected the dots. Ooh, you did it, right? You did your homework, right?
Yeah.
All right. Well, William, if we fast forward to when you were 12, what was your favorite song?
It's funny. So I had to go dig through top songs in 1990 because, as my wife would tell you in a heartbeat, I am not a pop culture person. But the Billboard Top 100 songs, as I was looking through the top 10, the thing that jumped off the page at me that I remember very vividly is Blaze of Glory by Bon Jovi.
Love it.
I don't know if
CrossFit carries that, right? That Blaze of Glory.
Yeah, can you bleep that part out?
Yeah, good. I could definitely leave that. I've heard some types of songs that you wonder, is that strong? Yeah. But yeah, there we go. No bleeping allowed. Well, William, we've arrived at our destination, but before we get off of this time machine, there is a small declaration form. So it's yes or no, possibly a bit more. We're going to move pretty quickly here. Are you ready, William?
Absolutely.
William, have you chosen someone to pass on your skills to?
I have 2 young children, so yes.
Are you married?
I am.
You say you have 2 children. Do you believe in God?
I do.
Do you have an inner circle of friends?
100%. I am a close friend person.
Do you watch TV for more than 3 hours a day?
Absolutely not.
How about 3 hours a week?
Maybe, if that's how long a Panthers game lasts.
What about screen time, the phone and or the computer? Is it more than 8 or less than 8 hours a day?
Unfortunately, I am one of the more than 8 hours a day screen time guys.
All right. William, if you had to share with us your own unique real statement, a statement that represents William Bissett, what would you say that is?
It was in high school, and it's hard to depart from it. It's a quote, so I'll continue to stick with it. I don't know where I'm going, but I'm on my way.
Love it. Wow. Love it. William, this was such a great pleasure. Before you leave, is there anything else you'd like to share with our amazing audience?
Just find your confidence and go have fun in life.
William Bissett, again, great pleasure. Thank you for being on what is inspired by 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones.
Thanks so much, Angel. I appreciate it.
Thank you for being on 12-minute Convos with Angel Jones. Stay tuned for more from our advertisers.
Diabetes is a mountain pandemic. It's a disease that's not acute but chronic. Similar to this rhyming method, I have simplified the definition, the signs and symptoms, and the complications of diabetes for both adults and children in my books, Poems for Patients, A Focus on Diabetes, and The ABCs of Diabetes for Children. These books are available on Amazon.com, and for more information, you can visit my website, poemsbyaj.com. That's poemsbyaj.com.